supplies, scissors, tools. And before you think I've gone mad, which partly might be true, these were actually common spelling mistakes on Amazon. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can... In this video, I'm going to show you how you can take advantage of those spelling mistakes in order to get more sales on Amazon. I'll also show you how you can test out your promotional URLs and see if they're working for you with those spelling mistakes. And for this, we will need the Helium 10 Misspellinator and Helium 10 gems. Helium 10 Misspellinator is part of the free plan on Helium 10, so I'm going to link it in the description down below. You can make a free account and test it out. And the Helium 10 gems page is also free. It's not part of the tool, but it's also going to be linked in the description down below. In the Helium 10 gems, you can create all sorts of promotional URLs, and I have a big video devoted to this. The video is also going to be linked in the description down below. So without too much talking, let's go and see the video. Hey, welcome to my computer and welcome to helium10.com. We're now going to see how the Misspellinator works. I'm going to show you exactly how you can use the Misspellinator to get more sales for your listings. And then we're going to see how we can use the Misspellinator and the spelling mistakes that we're going to find in order to test out our promotional URLs. So first, let's sign in. And by the way, as I mentioned before, you can create a free account here for Helium 10. And Helium 10 free account gives you the uses of all these tools here. Of course, it's going to give you limited usage of these tools in the free version, but still you can test everything with the free version, which is pretty cool. But let's get to the Misspellinator here. And let's click on the Misspellinator. And let me explain you what happens here. So sometimes when people search for things on Amazon or on Google and different search engines, they're going to type in the word, but they're going to make a spelling mistake in the word, in the keyword. Now, sometimes the system is going to automatically fix spelling mistakes, and then it's going to change it to the right keyword. So let me show you an example. For example, we have the words that I've mentioned in the beginning of this video. Remember the scissors, tools, supplies, right? So supplies was actually the right word for supplies. Scissors was the right word for scissors. And the tools was the right word for, with the spelling mistakes for tools. So here we have the original keywords, which are the right keywords: supplies, scissors, and tools. What we can do now, and what we will do now, is we're going to find the common spelling mistakes that these keywords have. Now, some keywords don't really have that many spelling mistakes when people type them. For example, when people type in dad, for example, usually they're going to type it in right, or cat maybe, or dog, something more simple. But once we have double P, double S, double O in words, or it's just like a long word for like a professional or extraordinary, I don't know, something like this, the chances of having those spelling mistakes are higher. And why is it even important? Oh, let me show you in a second. So what we can do, we click on prepare. That means we're gonna select all the keywords here and it's gonna prepare them for the misspelling check. We can filter common words. For example, if you want to take the whole bullet you have, you can copy it here on the left. We're going to copy the whole bullet and it's going to filter common words. For example, as you can see, if you say, common words is going to be something like simple words that we don't really need to check for our misspellings. But we're not going to use it because we have the three words that I've prepared before. So we're going to select them all: supplies, scissors, and tools. And let's find misspellings for those three. I clicked here on find misspellings. The Misspellinator is now doing its own thing. Ta-da, it's finished. Let's click OK. And let's see what we found. So we have different keywords. For example, we have the supplies here. And then we have all the misspellings that people usually do once they type in supplies. So, for example, many times people skip the double P. So they type in supplies. And the popularity is 36.2%. So as you can see, this is the number of times out of 100 that the spelling mistakes of the word is used by people. So 1 out of 3 people, according to Helium 10, is going to make a mistake in the keyword supplies. But Amazon also autocorrects this. This means that if somebody types in, for example, medical supplies with the spelling mistakes, it's still going to change it to supplies. But for the word supplies, once people type in supplies, and 1 out of 5 is going to make the spelling mistakes, Amazon is not going to autocorrect it. You see the thing here? So for example, if somebody types in medical supplies, there's a chance that Amazon will not autocorrect it. And that means that it's a legit keyword. Now, I said there's a chance because sometimes even when people type in supplies, it might change it. Depends on the keyword. I'm going to show you it in a second. But let's continue down here. You see, these are all the keywords that we have found and all the so to say, all the spelling mistakes that occur. Supplies yellow for some reason, right? Supplies with Y. But since the popularity here is not checked under 5%, as you can see, only the most common are going to be used. And usually that's going to be the right thing once we're going to be checking for their search volumes. We want to find a spelling mistake that has a pretty much big search volume, so we can place it in our listing somewhere on the back end, for example, in order to get more sales. Let me show you an example down here. So for example, we have the scissors as well, and we can see that some people skip the C, so they type in scissors without the C, and it's almost like every second person, but it doesn't really help us because Amazon autocorrects it. But for the scissor, when they skip the S, it does not, and that's every fifth person. And same for the tools. As you can see, tools here, instead of tools, is not autocorrected and is used 22.2% of times. You get the idea here? Let's see it on the field, let's see it on practice. So for example, let's take supplies, because I don't know your product, what you have, but maybe you have some medical supplies or something like this, supplies. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Magnet, which is the keyword research by Helium 10. I already have it open here. And we're gonna type into the search, supplies, the spelling mistakes. We're gonna type in get keywords. And then, boom, we have all the keywords for supplies, but there are so many, 10,000. What do? So we click on advanced filter and we input here the supplies spelling mistake. That means that it's gonna show phrases that contain supplies, nothing else. This way we can narrow down our searches. This is the magnet. By the way, I still don't have a magnet video, and I will make it soon because this is so used for keyword research. I do have a Cerebro video, which I will link up here in the description down below, along with the Helium 10 playlist and all the goodies. Guys, check out my descriptions. There's tons of good stuff there. I share videos that are connected to other videos. So for example, if you watch a video, you can watch another one that's gonna help you further more on the same topic. But anyway, we have the supplies as a spelling mistake. We're going to show only phrases that contain the supplies. We click on apply. We have 19 keywords that legitimately use the word supplies. Now we're going to segment it by search volume. And we can see that for slime supplies, we have 266 search volume, which is considered a really small, or so to say, a low volume keyword. But this is a legitimate spelling mistake. How can we check it? We can click here and it's gonna take us to Amazon. And we can see on the left if Amazon fixes it or not. On the left here, on that, you see slime supplies. So of course the normal word is slime supplies, right? That's the big one. But there is some people that make the spelling mistakes with the word slime, and it's quite popular because you see this, for example, if we compare the slime supplies to, for example, to shop supplies only gets 35 search volume, but slime supplies gets 266. That makes it a keyword that is worth maybe putting it on the back end if you were selling a slime kit or something like that, because that's what I think is happening here with the slime, right? So all sorts of slime supplies, including, I'm not exactly sure what slime supplies is, but you know, if you're, under some slime, oh, you see the slime kit, you see the slime kit here? So, you know, you can use the word supplies if you have legitimate slime supplies in order to get more traffic from there, okay? The idea behind having those spelling mistakes is get more traffic. Now, you don't need to place them on the front end of your listings, because who wants to see listings with spelling mistakes? This makes people think, well, this brand is not serious, they make spelling mistakes. But you can use it on the back end. As well, you can also use it in the answers for your reviews. For example, if you have like many positive reviews and you want to just answer a few of these reviews, you can use a spelling mistake there. Will it index? There's a chance. It doesn't weigh too much in terms of indexing, but it might. But the best thing to do is if you have place on your back end, you can place it there. You can place the spelling mistake there. And we have, let's go back to slime supplies, and you see this is a legitimate spelling mistake that can be used. Now let's go back to the Misspellinator and let's grab the word, for example, scissor. We have the word scissor. Let's do something similar, and I'm going to show you why sometimes Amazon even autocorrects the scissor to scissors, even though it says that it won't autocorrect it. And I'll show you a little gold nugget here as well. So let's go to Magnet again, and we input scissor here, and we'll click on get keywords again. I'm going to make a new search. Guys, I'm drinking tea, and remember, with as the same as with the coffee, I've mentioned previously, if you want me to make more cool videos and drink some good coffee or tea, you can use the coupons for Helium 10 in the description down below, because then I get affiliate commissions from Helium once you join, and that's really nice. I can buy some nice tea. So, well, let's get back to the magnet. And again, we do the same process. We take the scissor, we copy it into the advanced filter here. We do scissor, we click apply. That means we're going to see only phrases that contain scissor. And let me show you a cool gold nugget here that I found. So, and we have all sorts of different keywords that contain the word scissor. So scissor is very popular spelling mistake, as you can see. But, for example, we have the kitchen scissor here. And if we open it up in Amazon, we can see that Amazon automatically fixed the kitchen scissor into kitchen scissors. You see, even though Helium 10 Misspellinator told us that it's not gonna change it. So that's why I'm saying you need to check it on the field before you kind of input it into your listing, because if you were to input kitchen scissor into your listing, well, it still acts as scissor once people search for it. But let me show you something else. There's Fiskars scissor, and here's a double spelling mistake. Let me explain you why. Let's click it. So Fiskars scissor stays as Fiskars scissor. But what's interesting here is there's a spelling mistake in the brand name. So the brand name is Fiskars. I don't know if you're familiar, they do all sorts of scissors for sewing, for kitchen, for home, whatever. You have many different things connected to scissors. But the brand name is Fiskars. But here's a double spelling mistake. There's a spelling mistake in the brand name and also in the legitimate keyword. That means that we can use the Fiskars, because I believe it's not, again, don't catch me on the word here, but I guess we can use this legitimately, even this spelling mistake in the competitor's brand name with the spelling mistakes without risking, because we're not using legitimate Fiskars name, which is kind of, you know, might be trademarked or something like this. This is a mistake in the brand name and also a mistake in the keyword scissors, but still, this is the gold nugget. So it means that sometimes brand names that are big in your niche might have spelling mistakes in them, and you can, you know, play with it. You can place it maybe in your back end, you know, and then you can rank for this. Now you can also place like legitimate brand names in the back end, but this one is against the US for sure. Use it at your own risk, but this gets you extra ranking juice. I mean, extra keywords, yes, for sales. So as you can see, we have Fiskars scissor, which was not fixed, and we can rank here much easier because it almost has 1,000 search volume per month, which is not a bad keyword to rank for, but it has double spelling mistake and it's going to be much easier to rank for, which takes me to the next part of the video, just in a few seconds, about the URLs and how we can test them. But about the Misspellinator, let me just go through it again. Misspellinator, we're gonna input original keywords from your listings and see if there are any spelling mistakes that are connected to this keyword. We're gonna see if Amazon autocorrects them or not, and we're gonna take the keywords that Amazon does not autocorrect them, check them actually on Amazon if it autocorrects them or not, and if we see that it doesn't, that this keyword does have search volume, we can use it in the back end of our listings, for example, to get indexed for it, and then we can promote it with our URLs to get some traffic. But it takes me to the next part of the video, like how can we test our URLs? Because many times I get the question, so Vova, do URLs work, and what's the best URL? There's no best URL. You need to test it out for yourself, okay? Although I recommend using, for example, the Helium 10 Gems page because it's also free and it's also going to be linked in the description down below. But there we can create those promotional URLs, which we're going to do in a second. But legitimately, we can test out on smaller keywords, which are, for example, spelling mistakes that we want to try to rank, because it's going to be easier to test out the promotional URL on something that has lower search volume to see if it takes us from the page 20 to page 1. Because if we try to, for example, initially rank something really big and we have no idea if our URLs work, you know, maybe it's your first launch, you know, or maybe you're not sure, you're going to try a new URL, whatever reason, you can try out a smaller keyword and see if it works for you, right? So for example, we're going to take the spelling mistake Fiskars scissor and we're going to go to Helium 10 Gems page. We're going to create the URL. And well, I'm just going to show you how the process works on the field. Of course, we're not going to be ranking a keyword here now. It's not going to give us results in 1 second. But the thing is, what you usually do is you take a smaller keyword. It doesn't have to be a spelling mistake. This is just something that's connected to this video, right? You can take a Spanish keyword, for example, or just a little long tail keyword. I mean, a long tail keyword that has like small search volume, and you can input it into your URL and test it out, see if it actually promotes it further. So let's do an example. Let's go to Helium 10 Gems. Here is Bradley Sutton showing the gems page. And here we have all sorts of different URLs that we can use in order to promote our products. I have a big video about Helium 10 Gems. You'll find it in the description of this video. It's like a 20-something minute video where I deep dive inside the gems. And I recommend the two-step via brand. And why? Let me show you in a second why. Because is going to come when we're going to use it actually. So two-step via brand. We're going to target specific keywords when sending customers to Amazon by restricting products by brand and keyword. So we're going to use the ASIN, price, narrow down the list if needed. That means that once we send this URL to a specific person, maybe using RebateKey or using ManyChat, RebateKey in the description as well, the video, if you want to see it, really good video, it's really caught up, very good information there, I show how to use the tool. But let's for example, take this listing as a reference. We're gonna take this one, the Fiskars Caesars. For example, this is our product. We have these Caesars, the Fiskars Caesars, and we want to try and to rank Fiskars Caesar, the spelling mistake. So let's copy it. So that's gonna be our keyword. So we're gonna have the keywords here in the two-step via brand URL. That's the keyword Fiskars Caesar. The brand name, it's mandatory here, is gonna be Fiskars. Yes, Fiskars. There it goes. And we want to narrow it down by ASIN, for example, because there are many other products by Fiskars. We don't want them to, to interrupt each other. And we click on generate. This will generate a link that when you send it to a person, he's gonna see this product on Amazon. All right, let me just show you. We click here on open link and new tab. And you see this one is narrowed down. So it shows that we have searched for Fiskars Caesar, the spelling mistakes, the double spelling mistake, with this ASIN and with this brand. And why I like the two-step? Because it doesn't have any other products here appearing. Some different URLs might have other products appearing here. Well, this one has the inspired by your views, but usually some of the other URLs might have different sponsored products around, something that will interfere with people looking at this and clicking here. So once people see this, it shows the system that they used Fiskars Caesar to find the product. For example, if you're using RebateKey or ManyChat to promote, they're gonna get inside here, they're gonna buy to cart or buy now, and it's gonna promote your product. Now, in order to check if your URL is working, again, we're using, for this purpose, we're using a smaller keyword, which for example, here is Fiskars Caesar and not something big like Caesars. And in this way, we can test if our URL is working or not. So we're gonna make a few, giveaways on this keyword, and we're gonna see, does it promote it to higher pages? We're gonna track it with the keyword tracker, for example, by Helium 10 or any other keyword tracker we're using. We're promoting this keyword. We're seeing, okay, this didn't promote it. Like we did 10 giveaways and really small spelling mistake, and we see that it didn't move it. So maybe it's not relevant. Maybe the URL is not relevant. You see what I'm saying? And this is something that can help you also get more sales, because if you rank as a common spelling mistakes that is getting search volume, for example, like Fiskars Caesar, and it does not get fixed by Amazon, you can get extra sales from there, guys. And this is what I want you to test and see. But remember, sometimes this is gonna change. So for example, again, Seafood Caesar, for example, let's open it up. You see Seafood Caesar does not get fixed, but it does have 477 searches per month, estimated of course. But then it's gonna be much easier to rank for this keyword, test our URLs, and once we're up there and we're relevant for Seafood Caesar, we're gonna be getting more sales. Now, please check out this playlist over here. This is my full Helium 10 playlist of tutorials that are going to help you up your Helium 10 game. And no matter if you're a beginner or an advanced seller, these tutorials are great for everyone. So please check them out now. And thank you all for watching today. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you like my content, hitting that notification bell as well to get notified for new videos. Thank you. See you in my next video.